Hello, English learners. We have an amazing story of a poor farmer. So, we are going to watch this story for improving English skills, and this story will be help to improve your English skills. So, without any delay, let's start story. So, the story is once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a poor farmer named Raghav. He was a humble man who lived in a modest, weathered hut with his wife Sita and their two young children, Aravind. Raghav's land was small, the soil was rocky, and the seasons were harsh. But he never gave up. Every morning, as the sun rose, he would wake up early, tend to his animals, and start working the fields with his worn out plough. Raghav was the kind of man who lived for his family. Though they didn't have much, his love for them was boundless. He would often walk to the nearby river to fetch water, carrying it in large clay pots balanced on his shoulders, and still find time to play with his children, telling them stories of better times when the land was fertile and the rains came on time. But every year the harvest seemed to get worse. The rains failed more often, and the soil refused to give what it once had. The family struggled to buy food, and the debts from the local moneylender piled up. Despite his hard work, Raghav saw no way out of the grinding poverty that chained him. The once green fields had turned into barren patches of earth, and even the cows seemed to grow thinner each day. One day, after a particularly difficult harvest season, a wealthy merchant came to the village. He noticed Raghav working tirelessly in his fields and approached him. I see you are a man of great determination, the merchant said, but what you need is not more work, but a change of approach. Raghav listened closely, desperate for any help that might save his family from ruin. The merchant offered him a proposition. I can give you money to buy better seeds, tools, and irrigation systems. In exchange, you will share half of your harvest with me for the next few years. Raghav was hesitant, knowing he would have to risk everything to accept the offer. But his heart was heavy with the thought of his children growing up in such poverty. He agreed, hoping this would be their chance to turn things around. With the merchant's help, Raghav began to invest in new tools, better seeds, and a small irrigation system that allowed him to water his crops more efficiently. Slowly but surely, the land began to thrive again. The once barren fields started to bloom with golden grains of rice, and the family's cows grew stronger, producing more milk. The harvests were plentiful in the Hakata. Following years, and Raghav was able to pay off his debts. As promised, he shared half of his crops with the merchant, but the rest was enough to feed his family, pay for his children's education, and even save a little for the future. However, Raghav never forgot his roots. He kept working with the same determination, not just to fulfill his agreement with the merchant, but because he knew that true wealth lay in love, hard work, and perseverance. And so, the poor farmer who once struggled against the harsh elements of nature became a man of respect in his village, not because of his riches, but because of his character. He shared his success with others, helping neighboring farmers who had also fallen on hard times, teaching them the same methods he had learned. Bhagava's story spread far and wide, not as a tale of great wealth, but as a reminder that with determination, love, and a little help from others, even the poorest of farmers could rise again.